Level up.
Welcome back to Level Up Podcast.
Yeah, and last episode was a good episode. We got an extra 3 subscribers. So for those 3 people, we truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We got a comment, right?
Yeah. Keep them coming. We'll take you guys feedback.
And thank you. I think it was referencing about kind of like the audio, and that's something that we're going to work upon.
Absolutely.
Maybe in the near future.
Yeah.
As we get closer to 100 videos, hopefully, right? You know, because we do love what we do.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, dude, we truly appreciate feedback, good or bad. You know, regardless, we just truly appreciate you guys watching us and just kind of giving us the time of day. So thank you. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Yeah.
The episode.
Yep.
So what are we talking about today?
So today we're gonna continue with some more comic themed, topics. What's upcoming? More specifically, the new Superman movie that James Gunn is taking. Director. Actually, who's directing this one? Is it James Gunn?
I think, he is. He is.
Okay.
I believe he's directing it.
Okay.
And he's kind of like the Kevin Feige of the DC universe.
Yeah.
I know. There wasn't much big news in regarding to the San Diego Comic-Con, but there was now they have a new logo for DC, which is pretty cool. Super excited about the Superman movie. There's a lot of different ways that they can go about it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, this actor David Cornsweet, nothing against him, but when he got casted and everything like that, there was a lot of controversy because that means kind of no more Henry Cavill, and especially going back to Black Adam, and obviously Henry Cavill made a cameo at the end as Superman again. So that was kind of got fans excited, especially like myself, who's been a fan of Man of Steel and has just been a fan of Henry Cavill in that Superman role. I thought he was perfect for it, perfectly casted. But it is what it is. I'm not really afraid of change. I hope this guy does well. Yeah. But that remains to be seen. Everything's all new. But I trust James Gunn, so hopefully it's a success.
Yeah, and I kind of I did love the Superman trilogy. Yeah. Especially the Man of Steel, the first one. Yeah. He made it. He, like you said, he was the perfect person to be in that role. Right. He definitely had the physique, right? Yeah. And he looked the part. Yeah. I think in introducing General Zod and him kind of understand his origin story was pretty cool. I think this upcoming movie is going to be a little bit different, where he already has his powers. Yeah. But he might be dealing with something. I'm not sure who the main villain is, but I'm super excited that they're going to introduce Lex Luthor. Okay. Because that was the one thing that I hated with the Superman and the Batman.
The Ben Affleck Batman.
Lex Luthor is kind of he's
supposed to be really intelligent.
Yeah, exactly.
Physically, almost impeccable. He's supposed to be jacked. You know what I mean? And highly intellectual, a businessman, all those things. He's into politics, all those things. You know what I mean? And I know what you mean.
Yeah, dude, they made him feel like a lunatic.
Jesse Eisenberg is I don't know. He totally destroyed. Jesse Eisenberg is a great actor, but that was not the role for him.
Yeah, well, he kind of was a little bit arrogant. Yeah, and he was kind of money hungry, where that's how he was able to kind of harness all this machinery. Yeah. Well, I guess the plot. Well, I guess what happened was he was able to get kind of the what is it called, the green
Kryptonite?
Kryptonite, yeah. And obviously, that's how they were able to bring Superman back, in his LexCorp. But I like how they're bringing it all young. I love how it's the beginning of the new the DC universe. I love the fact that they're gonna bring Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Yeah, we're gonna be.
That's a great story. Fans love that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's Robin in that one, right? Yeah.
So I think for this Superman to be really good, I think they have to introduce really good villains, right? Because
absolutely.
When was the last time we saw like Brainiac
in the animated series. We haven't even seen him in like
like
in live action.
The last thing I want is for them to kind of do what they did last time, which I think was going to be like the Zack Snyder like vision was to have like kind of like the Injustice like video game where to have like Superman as the bad person, which is pretty cool like in the video game, but the way that they put it in the cinematic universe, it definitely needed a little bit more time to develop, you know what I mean,
for sure,
because you know, just having Ben Affleck's Batman just having like visions and stuff, and having Flash kind of going back in time, it had potential. It's kind of disappointing that we're not gonna it's not gonna kind of prolong itself, but it gives us an opportunity to like you know, go a different direction. You know what I mean? It'd be super cool. It was super cool to bring Brainiac. What's the guy, the gorilla?
Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd. Yeah, exactly. There's so many great villains. And that's not even bringing Batman in Arkham Asylum, because the one thing that DC has that Marvel doesn't is their villains, like, you know, like
they're so intricate, you know what I mean, like especially like you know, they have the Injustice League and all that, and like they've had many groups of villains that, like, you know, just like the Justice League or whatever, and like they've had so many different versions of it with, you know, Lex Luthor at the head of it, with Brother Blood at the head of it. Like there's many of them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to it's gonna be interesting. I hope it's kind of like similar to like like Smallville version. Where you kind of get a little introduction to everybody. Because he didn't have much you know, like Clark Kent and, you know, his like his stepmother. You know, there wasn't a lot of that, but in Smallville, like I remember, you know, every episode there was always like that family chemistry, you know, and that's a big kind of like big thing for Superman. I think,
for sure. I agree 100%.
With the Henry Cavill's version, I felt like he had to go out and, you know, explore and see everything for what it is. And I thought that was a pretty cool way to look at it. But yeah, dude, the one thing I love about James Gunn is he knows how to stick it in your heart and squeeze. You know what I mean?
That's true.
With that Guardians of the Galaxy with Rocket Raccoon. I just the way that we saw like the first episode, and it was all about Star-Lord, you know, making a team, and then after the trilogy, you know, it was actually like the origin of Rocket Raccoon being the captain, you know, you know what I mean, of being of the Guardians. So I'm hoping that it's kind of like something a little bit similar to that. That's why I was super excited for James Gunn to kind of have that opportunity again after being kind of kicked out of, you know, Marvel, coming back to kind of finish what he started with Guardians, and now having an opportunity. But yeah, I'm super stoked, man.
I think I have high expectations for this one, just solely because like I've seen, like, you know, I've been a big fan of James Gunn's work in the past, you know what I mean? So, and I know he's gonna try his best to put out quality, you know what I mean? And hopefully, like, we'll see what the script is, and like we'll see what the villain is and stuff, but like I hope he builds, you know, this Superman, this Clark Kent, like, and he makes him like well-rounded, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's written well. I just hope that, you know, the fans are happy, you know.
And it's going to be interesting, you know, especially now that Batman is going to have different variations of the character. Like, if they're ever going to, like, kind of do what Deadpool did, you know, and have, like, a multiverse where there's this one world and another world, you know, and maybe one world can be affected by the other world or something. But I think that they were pretty definitive in saying no, that they're just kind of, like, different things and stuff. But it just leaves the speculation, because the Ben Affleck Batman wasn't that bad, bro. It wasn't bad.
I hear you, but like for them to go the multiverse route, like already, like they still need to build, you know, either like their core 5 or something first before they go like they just be like, oh, this guy could be Batman, this guy could be Batman, this guy could be Batman. You know what I mean? They have to establish like what they haven't done before. We've said before in the past, like, you know, videos, like it's very hard for DC has been struggling with establishing like a unit like a Justice League and making it like presentable in quality.
No, I totally agree. But talking about a movie that's coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
Is Captain America, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's not Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Now, he passed the torch to his counterpart, right? Not a lot of like hype as much as kind of other kind of movies.
For sure, and I thought it was surprising too, especially with the casting of Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
like he grabs a lot of people's attention. Like you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be just Marvel. Like people know him from Indiana Jones and Star Wars.
Solo,
yeah, exactly. So him being casted as what's his name? And
I think he's definitely going to be the Red Hulk. I forgot.
But I forgot the name of the character. But yeah, so I was actually talking to Mike about this. Mike's not here today. But like I was like, in order for this movie to be successful, I think like it has to be violent enough because Red Hulk is supposed to be like more aggressive and a lot more difficult to manage than the regular Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wonder how Wilson's gonna go up against this guy. Like because like he's not really blessed with like the super strength that the original Cap had.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm pretty excited because it kind of feels like it's their. I don't know if it's gonna be like the military against kind of like the policy of like the right thing to do, kind of a little bit like Steve Rogers with Tony Stark. You know, that kind of tension. Yeah, it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be pretty cool to watch. I just don't know who's gonna be like the big bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, I hear you. So it's Thaddeus Thunder. I think he's in charge of the Thunderbolts. So that's another team from Marvel.
Yeah, that's another team. But from like you said, I feel like for this movie to be successful, there has to be something significant. And I don't know why, but I have a feeling that Bucky is gonna kind of die. This.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Ever since Doctor Doom has been implemented in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in my head I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna relay it. If it's gonna be kind of a variant from the Starks, or is it just gonna be Victor Von Doom in his origin?
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. Like with Bucky Barnes killing Tony Stark's parents. I feel like there has to be something that might come across again that has any relevancy with that. You know what I mean?
You mean like Tony Stark or like whatever Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom might take revenge.
Yeah, well, so there's something has to do. There's something that is stemming off of the top of my tongue that I'm trying to kind of put into pieces.
Okay.
The Agnes series is coming out.
Oh yeah.
But there's also a series. I'm not sure if it's coming out in this year or next year, but it's Ironheart.
I remember that one.
And one of the main characters that's coming out of it is Mephisto.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if you're familiar with the character.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
But Mephisto, he's a pretty big character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There were 2 times when I thought he was gonna be in, like when in the Spider-Man movie, when because in the comic books, it's when Peter Parker loses his identity.
Okay.
He goes to Mephisto and he asks Mephisto, he's like, can you erase it? Like pretty much the same thing that Doctor Strange did.
Yeah.
But it's because of that, he lost his identity pretty much from everybody. But in the comic books, he went to Mephisto and he did pretty much the same thing. But the one thing that was different is he just broke up Mary Jane and Peter Parker. Okay. So that was like a big thing in the comic books at that time.
Okay.
And then in regarding to WandaVision, was the second one, because in the comic books with Wanda, she goes to Mephisto, and Mephisto is able to bring back the children. Remember, the two children in the series.
Yeah.
And then what Mephisto gets, he's able to pretty much get out of his realm. You know what I mean?
Okay.
In the comic book. So those were the two times I thought Mephisto was coming. And I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. But finally, we're getting Mephisto back in Ironheart, which is supposed to be.
This is confirmed.
This is confirmed. Okay. Yes. So, Ironheart is supposed to be half like magic kind of related, and half irony, or like Iron Man's technological and stuff. So. Maybe we'll have some relevancy with Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Because with Doctor Doom's origin, you know what I mean? The mother of Doctor Doom, she's a sorcerer.
Yep.
And she placed a deal with Mephisto.
You told me about this too,
yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, let's explain again, because I'm a little bit, I can't really remember too well.
Well, she harnesses the power from Mephisto.
Okay.
And so she gets the power, and because she gets the power, she gets stuck in his realm.
Okay.
Mephisto, he's just like Galactus, where he has he's not necessarily, because he looks like a demon pretty much, but that's only because that's the way that he shows himself.
Right.
Galactus. Yeah. Galactus is also the same way. I don't know if you remember the Fantastic Four movie where you saw Galactus. He was like a storm.
Yeah.
It's because he visualized, this looks like a planet. I'm gonna visualize my storm.
Right.
But in the comic books, he looks like a human. Because he sees a human pretty much.
Right.
When Mephisto comes up, he sees that everybody's scared of demons. That's why he puts himself as the demon character.
Okay.
But in his realm, he's pretty much like pretty much a god, pretty much.
Okay.
Just like I don't know if you remember Thor. Thor with the sister.
Oh yeah.
Hela. How when she was in her realm, she was like pretty much a god. That's pretty much kind of like Mephisto.
Okay.
But that's closer to the origin of Doctor Doom, and if they can kind of put those things together, I think it'll kind of be a little bit similar to kind of like what we all want to see, which is kind of like a comic book accurate version of Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not 100% stoked with the Captain America movie because I don't know what are the implications are going to be.
Yeah.
But from the trailer, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for the new Daredevil, Born Again.
Oh, that one I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I'm excited for Daredevil because I know that Spider-Man is around the corner, and I think they're gonna try to have Spider-Man just fight more street crime.
Oh yeah, I heard that also. They recasted the Kingpin for the same actor who played it in the Daredevil movie, in the series. I thought he did so good as the Kingpin. Yeah. I thought he was.
Oh, so it's going to be the same one?
I think it's the same guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I also heard that they might bring back Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
Oh yeah.
Which would be pretty cool because I thought they did a great job in the Netflix versions of.
Luke Cage is great. I don't know about Iron Fist. I'm not going to speak on that one.
Well, I thought it was cool, but it's kind of hard to kind of project that character in a budget of Netflix. You know what I mean?
That's true, but I mean.
It wasn't like Shang-Chi was one of the awesome, super cool.
Jessica Jones wasn't that bad either. I mean, I would say Jessica Jones is better than
Jessica Jones.
You don't have to have a great budget, an incredible budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if they can bring those characters back, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the one cool thing about Spider-Man is that one of the first comics that Spider-Man was ever created was with the introduction where he introduced himself as Spider-Man in the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
So it would be pretty cool, to have Spider-Man reappear as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With the Fantastic Four.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know the plot of the new Fantastic Four movie, but I know it's gonna have pretty big implications from Secret Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's exciting seeing all this stuff come together. But yeah,
dude, we are super excited. But you know what I'm also excited about?
What's that?
Some Mets baseball. Something completely random.
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm watching each game, dude, and it's like they win, they lose, and I look at the standings, and they're up and they're down. I think they're currently third place right now.
They're back in third place.
They're back in third. Well, in the wild card.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. The Phillies are pushing, I think, 7 or 8 games up.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of hard because now it's kind of crunch time, right?
Yeah.
You know, they don't. I think there's only like 20, 25 games left.
Yeah.
So you know, I think they might have a chance to do it.
Oh, absolutely. But they have to be consistent. I mean, we said it before, whoever wins the National League, wild card spots, all 3 of them, like, they're going to earn it because, like, all these teams are so close together.
Yeah, dude. The Padres are playing outstanding.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks, you know, they were pretty outliers.
Yeah.
And then they came back and they had a great run last year. And it feels like the same thing this year where they're kind of ramping up a little bit.
Now's the time to get hot.
Yeah, now the time to get hot. The only silver lining is that the Braves are kind of going down, which is kind of like
this is like one of the first points in the season where the Mets are like above the Braves. You know, they finally caught up to them and they've gotten the lead over them. It's only one game or half a game actually, but like. If they could get that hold over the Braves, that wild card spot's a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the one good thing. Well, I wouldn't say good thing, but in a Mets perspective, that division is just as because we always talk about divisions, especially because us seeing the East Coast, we have the Philadelphia Phillies, we have the Braves, and we have the Mets, but in the with the Dodgers and the Padres and also the Arizona Diamondbacks. Those are also 3 pretty competitive teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how they'll work. And we can't also take away the St. Louis Cardinals, right? They have Arenado and they have Goldschmidt. So you can't take those 2 superstars out of the equation.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's for me. I think it's all going to be dependent on the pitching because the Mets did a good job incorporating a lot of depth.
Yeah.
But it's just we need the starting pitchers to get at least 5-6 good innings.
Yeah.
Because the bats are going to be there.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole season. Either if it's Lindor or even like Iglesias or Bader.
Yeah.
They've been clutch in sometimes.
Absolutely.
And, I think they have that winning mentality, which is kind of like something that we were accustomed to a couple years back, and then last year was a downer year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because October's right around the corner, man. We just have like 2 months.
Yeah. It's really close. It's down to crunch time. They're playing Seattle. They're on like a West Coast run right now.
Yeah.
They finished up the series against the Rockies.
Wait, let me see the stats real quick.
Yeah.
This is tonight, right? Because the Mets play at 10.
They're playing it late tonight because they're playing Seattle.
What's the scores for the teams right now? I mean,
let's see.
Your boys, the Giants played yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but they've been doing joint practices with the Lions all week.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Lions are pretty good.
They're really good, and they did the same thing last season too. And they got into a few scuffles on the field. Both teams got fined $200,000.
Really?
Yeah, I think I might have been $200,000 in total, or $200,000 each. But
have you been watching Hard Knocks?
I haven't seen the Giants one, but now it's like it was the Giants off season for Hard Knocks, and then it's the Bears training camp for this season. So it's different teams.
Interesting, because I thought it was the Giants.
It was the Giants for like the Giants off season, so that's like during free agency and stuff like that. But they do Hard Knocks for training camp too, and the team for that is the Bears this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Interesting, because I know that they have a documentary in season 2.
Yeah. So back to baseball. Seattle is 60-56. So
no. What I meant to say was like, what are the scores right now? Like the teams that are playing. Okay. Oh, it's on the top. Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, the Padres are tied against the Marlins. The Brewers, Brewers are killing it right now. The Guardians, 3-3. The Braves are beating the Rockies, and the Phillies and Diamondbacks are playing later. So a lot of the teams that we were talking about are playing against each other.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I just want to check and see if they actually won the series against the Rockies.
No, I think the series was tied. No, they won 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, yeah.
And they won the makeup game against the Cardinals. They lost the series against LA. I can't believe it. Angels.
Dude, they just have to survive this West Coast electric trip. Because
Seattle's a decent team. If they get away with one win, Seattle's a good team. They got to beat Oakland. They got to win that series. They got to beat Miami. They got to win that series.
And then Baltimore.
Baltimore's rough.
Baltimore, San Diego, Arizona.
Yeah,
that's pretty much
the stretch.
That's the stretch.
That's gonna be deciding. Like at the end of August, it's gonna be. Yep.
That's gonna make it. But then again, there's still a lot to go.
Yeah.
Very exciting though. Yeah. This is what we want. We want to be in this position.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We gotta talk about the Olympics, bro.
Okay.
Did you watch the freaking the game with Kevin with
men's basketball?
Men's basketball, Jokic against Joel Embiid.
No,
oh my gosh, bro. They were losing. I think they were losing by at a point 13 or 14 by the end of the third quarter.
Okay.
And it was so crazy because when you have an opportunity to watch Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Joel Embiid, that's that's only once in 4 years, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was freaking dynamic, bro. To them coming back, bro, and it wasn't like it wasn't like a bad team. It was I think the Atlantic Hawk Bogdanovic. Mm-hmm. What is that his name? And then it was the Joker. Mm-hmm. Serbia.
Yeah.
And they were playing really good.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
But dude, I don't know what Joel Embiid was doing, but he was just smoking.
Yeah.
He was because I think at the time the Joker had four fouls, so he couldn't really press.
Yeah.
But dude, if it wasn't for Joel Embiid having 10 points in the bottom half of the third quarter, maybe the fourth quarter, they would have lost.
Yeah.
And that would have been a really bad kind of disappointment.
Oh yeah.
But dude, the way that they were able to come back, and then it's crazy. It's kind of crazy because you get KD and we remember KD from a little bit of the Suns, the most recent, or even the Nets. He wasn't prime KD that we've seen in Oklahoma City or even in Golden State, when he won his titles, dude. But dude, just seeing him in his in a prime, dude, it was so nice, dude. It was so nice to see.
Yeah.
And they just came back like this, and they won. So, and towards the end of the fourth quarter, it was it was kind of like bully ball.
Okay.
But now they advanced. It was the semifinals.
Yeah.
So I think this Saturday, I think it's this. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. I think it might be on Saturday that they're playing France for the gold.
Okay.
So we're gonna have Rudy Gobert, Wembanyama.
Oh yeah.
All those guys, Fournier.
Yep.
Frank Ntilikina against the overpowered USA that's won the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean last 5 times.
Yeah. I mean, USA should always win gold when it comes to basketball. Well, you know what I mean? But that being said, the gap has closed a lot. Even Steph Curry has said so himself. Between all the foreign countries, it's not nearly as easy as it was in the past when it comes to the USA and other foreign teams.
Yeah, and I like the way that they're putting it. They're making it more like European a little bit, like European soccer is what I'm referencing. For example, Joel Embiid, he's from Cameroon, right? But he had the opportunity to choose either United States or France to play for. He obviously chose USA, but because of being able to live in a country, he was able to go and play for that country. So hopefully that gives the opportunity for some of these players that may not be able to play for United States because they're stacked. They can play for other countries, and
absolutely,
and kind of level up their kind of like competitiveness and stuff like that.
For sure.
But I haven't seen a lot of the Olympics, but the one was I don't know if it was the 100 meter or the 200 meter where the guy won by 0.005 seconds. It was like I don't know what they referred it to, but I think it was like a nanosecond or it was 0.005 of a second where he was able to win against the Jamaican.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to show you the video, but it's super crazy. Because when they angled it, the Jamaican's leg was past, but it's supposed to be the torso.
Okay.
And I guess the guy was here while it was. Okay. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Have
you been watching the Olympics?
A little bit. Today I saw the women's 4x100. It was incredible. They are beasts, yo. These women from the USA, oh my gosh, they're all machines, yo. And I'm pretty happy to see that the USA women's dominating. Because in the past, it's always been like Jamaica, different countries, you know. But like, shout out to USA, you know. I'll always root for USA.
I think that they're in the lead of gold medals. I think in all categories. I may be mistaken.
USA and China are tied with gold for 33. They have 33 each.
Okay, gold medals. And then they're leading with bronze and silver. You know, it's just a good representation, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But
love to see that.
Yeah, but it's super cool. But yeah, I think this is everything we wanted to talk about today, right?
Yeah, this episode's chock full of stuff.
Chock full of stuff, just full of just different topics. But we just appreciate you listening, and we're excited to hear your feedback, and just give us comments of what you guys want us to talk about. We'll be happy to discuss. We're just here, just chilling and just talking and having fun. So
absolutely,
we wish you well, and hope to see you guys soon. Well, hope you listen to us soon.
Thank you, guys.